driving the quadrant. Should be able to sneak up on a lot of deer if they can't see me. I guess there is another trap. Okay, what happened now? It started me all over again. What have I got in my inventory? Absolutely nothing. Got my tent. Okay. Again, I have no body. It just reset where I was. I'm already up there. I'll post and once I'm teleported me back. solo version.
Put to good use lately, if you ask me. So we're going to make a commercial, show the world there's more to New Zealand than haka and halflings. And who better to demonstrate the thrill of the chase than an experienced hunter like yourself? Te Awaroa's prime was back in the 80s. Most of the other hunters out here are equal along with too. I need someone young, new, dynamic. You. The camera will do most of the work, so you just have to make sure it's on when you head out to hunt. We have a couple of strategic locations on our list to get through. Let's give you that view first. There's the lookout tower, just up ahead. Just take that in. Spectacular, isn't it? This eastern area is all rolling hills and conifers. There's a line of mountains in the centre of the reserve. Oh, and that beech forest. And a lot of rain on the other side. You're not going to be outrunning anything out here, so don't try. Nothing like the mad dash to find your harvest once you have taken it slow and steady, though. Right, so remember Josh's little prank? This place doesn't receive a lot of government funding, unfortunately, and a couple of years ago we were running out of money for field research, and the outposts were in need of sprucing up. So I guess you could say we made a deal with the devil, the Hollywood devil to be exact. My mentor used to tell me that if you don't look like a bit of a wally when you're stalking your prey, you're probably doing it wrong. So pull up those sleeves and get to know the dirt. Long story short, they've just wrapped up filming for the final movie they were contracted to do. Some fantasy thing, shiny blade or shimmering dagger or something. Now let me check. Resplendent sword. I'll send you the blurb they gave me. My nephew tells me it's a big deal, but I'd certainly never heard of it before this. But yeah, as nice as it is that Te Awaroa's beauty is up on the silver screen for all to see, it's come with its share of problems, to say the least. The bigwigs left in a hurry, and we got left with a bunch of basically intact movie sets scattered here and there all over the reserve. Well, I'm telling you all of this because Josh just rang me up and said that he spotted another set on his way back. Not far from where I wanted you to try filming your first hunt. Can I trouble you to go clear it out? We can't run the risk of any of the props from the film featuring in our footage. Cheers.
Still the Invisible Man. Wow. Are you seeing this?
I'm not on it at the second, I'm just... I sort something in my trophy object.
Tricky little fella, eh? If at first you don't succeed and all that, you'll get the next one. Trackers. Evidence you're not alone out there. Humbling, eh? Feels like only yesterday Josh dropped you off. Gotten the hang of the place awfully quick, I must say.
Appear to be a direct route there, so I'll have to make my way.
Gonna happen, I never would have agreed to it. This isn't even the worst of it. Right, let's take it one by one. Just bundle them into crates and I'll get someone to swing by later and transport them out of the reserve. Are those real oranges? Good enough to eat, eh? Quite the medieval fair. Looks more than a bit incongruous out here if you ask me. I hope they didn't have an actual fire in that thing. Imagine if some silly townie kid had wandered over here and decided it would be a good idea.
There's a piece of paper on that table.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to make sure I got everything else first.
I think
that's the last of them. What's that note?
What's...
Props list. Foam statue of woolly elf standing prow, 9 foam warriors, 8 golden goblets, 3 green screens. This reads like a Christmas carol. See any of those? Bit dodgy. Townies must have been up here. Well, even though this isn't our mess to clean up, I should probably ask around and see if anyone knows what's happened to the missing
I'm
props.
the Invisible Man.
The last thing we need is to get blamed for this.
Oh wow.
Maybe they did a very selective
You
sweep.
see it?
I'll see if anyone has a big wing's numbers. Thanks
Isn't
for your
that
help,
something?
Behold. Let's move on.
That would be hilarious, right, if you could walk up to the animals without spooking them
I
like
got a
that.
little overly reliant on these tentpole releases. Well, I say more tents and fewer releases. Does that work?
Alright, now we're
Nah,
still
you're right.
on that.
Before you head off and film your hunts, first we've got to set the scene, so to speak. The marketing team's looking for some photos for the reserve website. Something to give people a taste of what this place has to offer. Now that we've dealt with that bloody mess, you think you could head over to Lake Wakaiti and snap a few shots for us? There's a willow tree there growing right out of the water that all the influencers or whatever they call themselves go bonkers for. It does make for a good photo op, I'll give it that.
Okay. She doesn't have any points to put into her skills, so I'll just leave it like that for now. That's where I gotta go next. So, guess I'll hit this first. Good thing I'm recording this, because I don't think anybody would believe me if I told them I'm the invisible
My
man.
mentor used to take me out to. Bound to be something worth stalking in the area.
God, I can't get this turkey.
I can only experience it through you. I don't really get why people fall over themselves trying to get slightly different variations of the same photo. Why can't they just stand back and enjoy it? We used to camp out here when I was little. Tramp over from the other side. Me and a gaggle of other kids carrying backpacks bigger than our whole bodies. Don't fall in now. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened here. How much of that lifestyle live these days? I miss it sometimes. Running low. The outposts have ammo of all kinds and more besides. That'll do. It's looking well. We had some hoon try to saw off one of the branches a few weeks ago. Can you believe? Well, luckily someone managed to talk him out of it. Sometimes wedding parties will have the brides come up and sit on it. Wade right into the water and soak those dear dresses. That tree is 80 years old. Started off as a stray branch nailed to a fence. It's a tribute to tenacity, if you ask me. Right, now for our next destination. Head down to the shoreline. There's a set of huge boulders there that have to be seen to be believed. I know what you're thinking. She's showing me some rocks. But trust me on this one. Our beaches are buzzing with natural activity. At least they used to be. You get more and more rubbish washed up all over the place lately. You know, bits of plastic pellets, runoff from factories further north. I swear I've seen tin cans with Australian brand names. We do our best, but we can't always prevent the poor critters ending up jumping in those. Anyway, that's the situation. I'll get back to you when you arrive. Head off for a minute and make some tea.
able to see my dude. This is driving me back crazy. Well, I'm already up to about 3 grand, so that ain't too bad. I'm not spending any of it until I have to. Log out and then log back in, and hopefully the game will function the way it should.